Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCross. Another very beautiful Friday morning, and once again, we're back with our predictions as usual. All right, we have football games going on across the globe that we look into. What we do is actually select a few of these games and look into them, and study the results that they have in previous times and use it to come up with the best possible verdict for each of these matches. That's what we do on a daily basis, and exactly what we're going to do in a short while. All right, yesterday wasn't the best days for us, but today we have quite exciting games that we are used to, and definitely we're going to have a very good outing today. So, and also remember, we won our games on the VIP channels yesterday. All right, remember to join our VIP special group. We'll put out games that have that high probability of coming out correctly. We always do that on a daily basis on the VIP special group. Do endeavor to join. You can always find a link to our VIP through the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel around this very video. Right, that being said, without further ado, we head to the business of today, and we have the first game for today is in the English Premier League, where we have West Ham United who will be facing Chelsea FC. All right, when you look at the West Ham United out of the last 6 matches, you could see that they've been able to achieve 3 victories, and they have also lost 3 games out of the last 6 games that they had. And we side Chelsea, on the other hand, have won 5 matches, and they've had 1 draw, which was the first match of the season for them against Crystal Palace. We saw them drawing that very match, 0-0 draw on that very occasion. And when you look at how the two teams fared on head-to-head basis, on home and away perspective, rather, you can see the home side, West Ham, the last home game they had, sort of winning against Everton by 2 goals to 1 on that very, because that was last month. I think it was a preseason friendly. The last 10 home matches that they had, sort of winning 3 games and drawing 3, but are also seeing they also lost the 4 matches in the last 10 home games that they had. But Chelsea, on the other hand, the last 10 away games that they had, I've seen them winning 6 matches out of the last 10 away games, and they've also had a draw, but have lost 3 matches as well. But in this very one, judging by the form of Chelsea at the moment, I do expect to see a good result for their away side, seeing that we saw West Ham losing out to newcomers, Sunderland in the first match of the season. And it tells you a lot about West Ham side. And we look at the head-to-head performances. The last time both teams met, it was Chelsea who actually won by 2 goals to 1. Chelsea actually won the last 3 meetings between the two sides, defeating West Ham convincingly on each occasion. So we are going with the away side at Chelsea to win out shortly in this very one. Away win, that's our verdict for that very one. Okay, all right, and we head to the next game for today. It is a game in the Ireland First Division, when we have Harps who will be facing Athlone Town. All right, for Harps, out of the last 6 matches that they had so far, they've been able to win 3 out of those. They've had 2 draws as well, and they've lost 1 match in the last 6 games that they have so far. All right, for Athlone, on the other hand, they've managed just 2 draws out of the last 6 games, but have lost 4 matches out of the last 6 matches that they had at the same time. So that tells you this is not a side in good form at the moment. And when you look at how the two teams are fared from home and away basis, you can see that Harps at the home side have won 3 matches and 4 draws out of the last 10 home games. They've also lost 3 matches out of those. And the away side, Athlone Town, is a side who only had 1 win and a draw the last 10 away matches. They've also lost 8 games. At the last away game, we saw them losing to Dundalk by 6 goals to 1. That's a lot of lows. That's a lot of goals out there. And we also saw them losing to Kerry by 4 goals to 0 from away. But when you look at Harps, the last home game they had, saw them winning Brave Wanderers by 3 goals to 1. That tells you a lot about this side. They do very well from home, especially in recent times. And on head-to-head basis, the last time both teams met was a 0-0 draw. Athlone Town played from home on that very occasion. That happened in June of this very year. But here we'll be expecting the home side to do very well in this very encounter. We will go for the home side Harps to either win or draw and under 4.5. So we are going for the home side winning or drawing and under 4.5. Also noting the fact that both sides have not really had a lot of goals, a lot of matches that saw over 4.5. Apart from the last away game that they lost, the away side lost by 6 goals to 1. So other times they've always been below 4.5 goals. So we are going with home side to win or draw and under 4.5. Okay, and the next game for today is in Luton. Second division is Luton, where we have BE1 NFA coming up against Tauras United. And in this one, we could look at the home side here. We could see that out of the last 6 matches that they had, they've had just only 1 draw, but have lost 5 matches out of 6. And we side Tauras on the other hand have won 4 games out of 6, had a draw as well as 1 loss in the last 6 games that they had. All right, when you take a look at the performances from home and away, you can see that the home side, out of the last 10 home matches that they had, the best result that they had was 5 draws out of the last 10 home games that they had so far. They've not been able to win a single one. The other 5, they lost it. So it is 5 draws and 5 losses for the home side out of the last 10 home matches that they had. And the Wizard Tauras, on the other hand, won 6 games, and 3 draws in the last 10 away games. They've only lost 1 match in the last 10 away matches that they had. So it's easy to give it to the away side, and this is what we're seeing, that also the last 3 away games that they have, sort of winning all 3 away games. Okay, and there's no head-to-head record. Okay, there is a head-to-head record between the 2 sides, and it was Tauras who won that very occasion on April of this very year, and Tauras won by 1-0 on that very occasion. So we are still giving it the away side, Tauras, to actually win outright in this one. So away win, that's our value for that very one. Okay, we head to the next game for today quickly. It is in Finland, Waikonen League, where we have TPS will be up against SJK Akatemia. All right, for the TPS, out of the last 6 to 7 matches, I've seen them winning 3 games and drawing 1, and also losing 2. And Academia, on the other hand, SJK have lost 3 games and they also won 3 games out of the last 6 matches. All right, when you look at how the 2 teams fared from home and away basis, all right, the home side TPS have won 7 matches out of the last 10 home games, and they've also had a draw as well as 2 losses in the last 10 home games that they had. And Academia, on the other hand, have won just 1 match in the last 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 7 matches in the last 10 away games. All right, the home side actually dominates here. They haven't done so very well from home. Even the head-to-head performances, you could see the last time both teams met, it was TPS who won the last 2 meetings. TPS won those 2, winning from away and also from home. All right, the last meeting was actually in June, and TPS won from home by 3-2 against SJK. It also shows that the meetings between the 2 sides produce lots of goals. Over 2.5 is a very good outcome here. I think he's almost certainly going to see above 3 goals in this very one. But we will go with the home side to win also and produce lots of goals as well. So home win, that's our value for that very one. All right, and next, which happen to be the last for today, is also in Finland, where we have VPS. Actually, Finland First Division, we have VPS coming up against KTP. And all right, noting that the matches for VPS, we'll see them win 2 matches and draw 4 in the last 10 home matches. They only lost 4 games, and the away side have won just 1, but have lost 9 matches out of the last 10 matches that they had from away. But again, 9 times out of 10 for the away side that produced over 2.5, as well as the home side, okay, seeing 2.5 on 3 occasions, but the last time they met was a 2-2 draw. That's a lot of goals there. So we still do expect to see goals in this very encounter. So it is on over 2.5. That's what we're ready for that very game. All right, that concludes it for us today. Wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Remember to play responsibly at this football game. Sometimes it may not be exactly what it presents. All right. Also, remember that other games that we predict, especially going to be in our VIP special. Those are the games that we believe to have that higher probability. Do endeavor to join. Don't miss out on those ones. All right. You can also see the link to our VIP special in the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel membership around this very video. Tomorrow is another day. We'll be back. But until that time, keep winning.